the story time. It's going to anger me. Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys a story about the first date that I went on, which happened to also be the worst date I've ever been on. It's not, anyways, let me actually get to it. So basically, this was like 3 years ago or 4. No, wait. How old am I? 19. How old was I there? I'm 19. 3 years ago, basically. So what happened was, this was during summer, and during summer I was working 2 jobs. So I was working at, should I give them clout? Should I give them free clout? No, we're not gonna tell. We're not gonna say the name of the place that I was working at. But I was working 2 jobs, nevertheless. Furthermore, anyways. So I was working 2 jobs, creating generational wealth for my futures. I was making banks. I'm joking. I thought I was making a lot, but obviously now that I've actually stepped into adulthood, like I was making nothing. Actually, no. Let me not be that humble. I was making a lot of money. My first job, I'd work from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then my second job, I can either work from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or I can start from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So it really all depends on whatever. Because both of my jobs were very, very close to each other, like probably like a minute walk or 2 to each other. So it was so calm for me, like perfect and everything. So obviously now one faithful morning, I was running late to my 6 a.m. job, so I decided to take the bus. And now I've seen this guy. Okay, my actually backstory, like I've seen him around, especially like in church. Like he's just someone, like those people that you just know because you've just seen them before. Like we don't speak, we've never like had a conversation between us, but like I know you exist. That's basically all it was. So now I've got on the bus, and then I saw him, he saw me, like, so then I went over to talk to him, so we're talking to him, I got off, went to work, cool. So that was our first encounter where we actually had a proper conversation. So now the second encounter was when I was coming back from work, and we saw each other again, and we made, again, normal conversation, nothing deep, I can't even remember the conversation, whatever. Now, this is the third encounter that I'm making with him. So this was again when I was coming back from my 6 a.m. job. I saw him again waiting for the bus stop. At this point, I'm thinking like there must be some demonic force. Like, how am I seeing you like I've seen you like 3 times consecutively in a row? Like it doesn't make any sense, like. So like he stopped me and then he was like, "Oh, this is fate. Yappa 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 yappa." Yappa 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 yappa. So he was just like, "Oh, this is fate. I think you should give me your number." I'm like, "Sir, this is spiritual bondage. You don't know it. You don't know it yet." But cool, I gave him my number and then he called me. If you guys know, like from my previous video, I said I don't like phone calls. Like I don't know what it is, but I just don't like it. I don't like speaking like in public, especially like when I'm walking home, or like even like when I'm on a bus, like I don't like answering phone calls like in public spaces. I don't know why. But anyways, he's called me, I picked up, and then we were talking about something. He was just like, "Oh, I can tell that your favorite color is red." I'm just like, "Why?" He was like, "Oh, because you wear it every day." I'm just like, story. My favorite color is red. So now he's messaged me. He was like, "Oh, I think we should go to the museum." Do I look like? So he was like, "Yeah, I think we should go to the museum and then go to the cinema afterwards." So I was like, "Cool." So he was like, "Oh, when are you free?" So I'm like, "Okay, around, let's go at like 4 o'clock." So he was like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine by me." Guys, mind you, he was the one that asked me to come meet him. Like he wanted to do something with me. This is very important for the progression of the story. Do you understand? Very, very important. So just have that in your head. So cool. So the days come after work. I've gone home, done whatever I needed to do, and then I came out, and I got to the outside of the museum place, and he was not there. He wasn't there. Do you understand? He wasn't there at all. So I messaged him. I was like, where are you? Because one thing I do not like, if you're gonna be late, let me know so I know what I can do. Do you understand? Like, I got there exactly 4 p.m. Like, I got there at the time I was meant to get there. And you, as the guy in the situation, I don't care if I'm putting on gender roles. I do not care. But you, as the guy, this is your let me not get into gender roles or whatever. The point is he wasn't there, and so I messaged him. So I'm like, where are you? He's like, oh, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. At this point, guys, I'm already over it. Like, I'm over the day already. Like, because it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how are you gonna how are you gonna invite me out somewhere and you're late to the thing? And if I hadn't messaged you, you didn't even have the decency to message me to be like, oh, I'm gonna be late. So I asked the museum people like, oh, when do you close? They're like, oh, close at 5 o'clock. I'm just like, okay, well, there's no point because we need like an hour, at least that's what they said, to actually see it. So there's no point in us going in. Like, we could come back tomorrow. That's what the guy said at the museum. So I messaged him. I was like, okay, this is what they said. And he was like, okay, should we just go to the cinema then? Just go straight to cinema. I was like, sure. I wanted to go home. I really wanted to go home, but I didn't want to be rude. So he's came now. We've gone to the cinema because we hadn't picked like what movie we wanted to go see. So we're just looking around at we decided on something. I can't remember what it was that we even went to see. You understand why I don't remember later on as we progress through the story. So now we've gone to order like the popcorn, the drinks and everything, and you know, he was ordering with so much chest, to understand. He was like, okay, I think we should split the popcorn. Like, he was the one making the decisions on, I think we should, you know, go half and half, so like half sweet and half salty. And I'm just like, but I want my own popcorn. In my head, I wanted my own popcorn because I don't really like sharing food with people. In my head, I'm thinking that he's paying for it. So I'm just like, okay, let me not even put my 2 cents in, like, anyways. So he was just ordering with chest. Guys, he was ordering with so much chest. I was just standing there like one plant. So now the lady at the counter, she's like, okay, this is the price for the popcorn. Guys, tell me why. Tell me why. He looked at me and then he said, I think you should pay for it because I forgot my wallet at home. Now I have an issue. There is a problem. But guys, it's actually disrespectful. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. How do you forget your wallet at home?
I don't know how y'all do shit where you from, but let me tell you something. Where I'm from, we don't do shit like that.
So what if I had also forgotten my wallet? Are we just gonna be looking at each other like one parrot? I was definitely over it at this point because I'm just like, I was looking at him differently. Like, how are you leaving your house without your money, without your wallet? At least, you know, to pay for your own self. Like, it doesn't make sense. It was just quite rude. But I feel like it's just common decorum. I just feel like it's common courtesy. So that's 2 strikes already. In my head, I'm just like, first strike, you're late. Second strike, you forgot your wallet. Have 1 more strike. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. Guys, it got worse. So we've now got into the cinema, sat down, and we're just making normal conversation. So now the movie started. Tell me why, guys. Tell me why. It felt like he should have been an actor in the movie. It felt like he should have been the main role in the movie. Because the way he was just adding his own ad-libs very loudly. I feel like you missed your role in life. I feel like you should be the director even. Doing action, cuts, all of that. One thing I do not like is if we're watching a movie, I expect quiet, especially in the cinema, in public, where, like, read the room. Everyone's quiet and you think this is the right time for you to up your volume. It's like if you're in a funeral, yeah, if you go to a funeral and you see everyone crying, are you then gonna start laughing? Like, read the room. So guys, at this point I was getting so pissed off because it's like I can't even hear the movie. No guys, I swear to you, I'm not exaggerating. Like, he was the only voice you could hear in that cinema. I felt embarrassed. So that's 3 strikes. It's like, this is actually Aberdeen, like you're not in London, like you're not a road man, like do you understand? Like if this was like a London guy and he was acting this way, like at least I'll understand. Like I'd actually understand because it's like, okay, London, you've actually struggled. Do you understand? But this is Aberdeen. This is Scotland. Even when he'd offer me like popcorn, my own popcorn that I bought with my own money, when he'd offer it to me, I'm just like, I don't want. You know it's bad when I say no to food. When I say no to food that I bought, like I did that. It was on me. I did it. I couldn't wait for the movie to end. The movie's ended now. It was like, did you enjoy the movie? I'm like, what was there to enjoy? Like, it felt like you were the movie. Just like, okay, what do you want to do after? I'm just like, I'm just gonna go home because I've got stuff to do at home. Because I thought he was gonna take the bus back, so I was like, okay, I could just walk you to your bus stop and then I'll walk home because where I stayed again, like it was very close, like it's just like 30-minute walk. He said no. He said no. I'll walk you home. At this point, I wanted to scream. No, it's okay. You don't have to do that. Like I can easily walk home. Like I'll just watch the bus. It's like no. You're gonna be a gentleman. I said this is the wrong time to be a gentleman. If you wanted to be gentlemanly, you should start it from the beginning. You should not come and start acting like a gentleman in the middle of a chapter. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like you meant to set up that title from the beginning. I didn't have any choice. He just had to walk me home. As we're walking home, it was actually just him talking. I'm a good listener, but yeah, I can listen. I prefer listening than talking. But at the same time, sometimes I want to talk. Sometimes I actually want to express myself. It felt like 365 days. He didn't even ask me any questions. I'm just like, you might as well just have gone on this date by yourself. Might as well just gotten to know more about yourself on this day because I didn't need to be there. So as we're walking, I feel like we've gotten like halfway, maybe like 10 more minutes before we got to mine, and then like he saw his friends. So guys, I thought, oh, this is my opportunity to go. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's your friend. I'm just gonna go. Like it's okay. And then he's like, no, come with me, come with me. I said, yeah. I said, I'm just trying to go home. But cool. Afterwards, we were walking home. He dropped me off like at my place. Anyways, that was the first and only date that we went to because he tried to set up some more, but I was like, no, I'm going to uni. That first impression just did not make any sense to me. Oh, and then like he was like, oh, send me your account details, like I'll send you back the money. I'm just like, no, keep it. At the same time, you know it's actually bad when I refuse my own money. Yeah, that was basically, I would like to say, the worst date that I've ever been on. And then every other day after that was calm, I think. But yeah, that was basically the story. I just believe, you know, whatever they show you on the first day, it's just, you just have to believe it. I don't know what the moral of the story is, but that's for you guys to determine. What is the moral of the story? What's the moral of the story? Because I don't know. But yeah, that was my story. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.